Well, proud of our football team. I thought we got off to a good start today. Played some pretty good football in the first half. Did what we needed to move the ball and score points and be efficient when we needed to, even when we got backed up with a couple silly penalties. Defense played really, really good, did exactly what we needed to do. We were physical up front. We were sound in our alignments. The communication was good and did a really good job. So I thought the first half was really clean to the very end. And then we had a couple turnovers that were costly. Yeah, so I think overall, the second half we're playing a lot of new guys. We got to continue to push that forward, and they got to know that their time is coming up. And then I just think turnovers and penalties have to be cleaned up for us to progress and move forward. But I do think that we did what we needed to. We came ready to play, and we did a pretty good job in the first half.
Jeff, you mentioned those interceptions Miller had there at the end of the first half. He played relatively clean for the most part. I mean, how do you kind of, I guess, just factor that in as far as his performance overall? I mean, is it kind of just like how do you factor that?
I thought he did a really good job. He was composed, he was efficient, he was accurate. Not until the first interception, which was a little bit high of a pass on just a simple hitch route. They got batted up. That one was a misfire. The go route on interception, the next drive was right in our hands. That got contested pretty well and got knocked up out in the air, but made good decisions. There was a couple times he scrambled and made a throw, even though it got called back with a penalty. Another time he scrambled when they was covered down in the low red and scored with a run. And those are the things you have to do as a quarterback. Is we're going to design the play and make it work and hopefully be in rhythm and on time. But if it's not and things are covered, you got to be able to adapt and adjust and make good decisions and buy time and find a way to run if it's not there. And I thought he did a really good job and really one little errant pass. But other than that, I thought he was really, really good.
Coach, the defense seemed to be very comfortable in the screen. It seemed like they were very decisive. They were playing really fast. What did you like the most about what you saw out there from them today?
Well, I think our last 2 weeks of practice has been really good on defense. I think they understand the package. They feel good about it. The communication, the alignments, the little things we've been doing very well. And I thought we did a good job. We did what we needed to. We were physical up front. Our linebackers played downhill. We covered things in the secondary, and that lasted for a good 3 quarters. I think we gave them a touchdown on offense and then got him another ball inside the 10 with another interception. But our defense really played well, and we got to build on that. Of course, we know that the games are going to get tougher starting next Friday, and we're going to have to be ready to face tempo and more athletic guys and speed on the perimeter and more physicality up front. And those things are coming, and we've got to continue to step up to the plate and be sound in what we're doing, but also just try to make as many plays as we can. But I do think it was a good start for our defense.
Jeff, what went into your decisions to kind of yank Isaac and Miller, and was it so much you want to prepare kind of the guys behind them, or you like I've seen what I needed to see kind of thing where you know what you have in him, so you're good with what you saw already?
Well, a lot of things. I mean, I don't ever believe in running up the score on anybody, and I think it's important that we all show good sportsmanship. But we had a good first half. Those guys got a lot of action. They showed what we needed to show. I'm not sure, we're up by 35 or something points coming out of halftime. So from there, it's like let's not just try to rack up stats and then get somebody hurt, because that'll be foolish. There's certain guys on our team, and you mentioned some of them that we need to have. I mean, they're playmakers, and it doesn't matter who's coaching. You got to have your good players out there playing well and stepping up to the plate every week and getting it done and being as healthy as they can and fresh. So anytime you get a chance to get that done, we wanted to do it. And I think it was good for our young guys, too, to get in there and play and see what it's all about and see how far they have to come as well, because these guys they work hard year round. I mean, they put a lot of hard effort and time into it just to get that one opportunity to get on the field. So for us to give them a little taste that even with that, you got to continue to progress and get better, was good to see those young guys play.
The first half penalties, I mean, a lot of times you'll see offenses have those early in the season especially, and it'll bog them down. You'll lose a drive. Your offense didn't when they did have some penalties to deal with. There's no upside to penalties, but is that one of them that they worked through them and were able to still get scoring drives?
I think so. I think early on, you want to the penalties of misalignments and missing assignments and false starts and all that is what's really frustrating. Holding, we weren't expecting to hold that many times, so yeah, we got to clean that up, but it's something that we can work on and address and clean up. But Those will sometimes happen. I've never had that many holding calls called. That was on offense, special teams a lot, which can happen, and even on defense. So we got to fix that. And then I think we had some turnovers that hurt. A couple were a little freaky, but at the same time, you got to win the turnover battle. And we had 3 interceptions that against good football teams and tight games we're not going to win the game. So I just think a lot of things showed up, which was good to address. But overall, we were able to respond, and we did have a plan of attack when we got backed up and negative things happened, and that was good to see.
Jeff, is this the Colin Lacey you kind of the one you saw before he broke his collarbone? I mean, he came back probably quicker because he wanted to, and then I know he played in the bowl game. But I mean, is he? Because I mean, he can. I mean, with the punt return for the touchdown. And,
we were proud of Colin. He's had a great camp. He's healthy. He's dynamic with the ball. He's got a lot of special skills. So the return game, he does a great job. Finding ways for him to touch the ball on offense is going to be important. At receiver, in the backfield, all those things. I think we got to make sure, him and Chris are targeted as much as we can within reason, and the other guys got to continue to progress so that we have all those weapons. But I thought Colin played hard. He's been a great teammate ever since we've had him here. Chris did a good job. I know we had a penalty over there. I don't know what happened, but of course we got to clean that up. But really did a good job as well and played hard, even when maybe he wasn't touching as much early as maybe he would like. And those guys just got to step up to the plate every week and bring their best performance. But to this point, they've done everything that we've asked and more.
Jeff, with the move to pull the first string guys at halftime, how would you assess kind of the second, third, and string and beyond guys in that second half with the fact that they did get 2 full quarters to kind of get some in-game reps?
Well, you always want to score and everything to be efficient, but they're 2s and 3s for a reason. And that doesn't mean they're not capable. They're just young and they're green, and they've got to continue to grow. And getting game reps is as important as anything in a real game setting. So, with that said, we're probably more conservative at that point as well. So it's not like the playbook is wide open. So it's not all on them. But I think it was just good for them to see where they're at, what they need to work on, and how they can progress. Because at some point we're going to need those. We're going to need receivers to show up and make plays. And we've got a pretty deep running back room, and our tight ends got to continue to make some plays for us. And the O-line has to be as efficient as they can, which means not noticing them because we're blocking well and we're doing well and not having penalties. So I thought they, for the most part, did a really good job.
Coach, Duke Watson made an unbelievable catch on that wheel route. Kind of just talk about what type of threat can he and Isaac be in the passing game this year?
Well, Duke, that was a great catch. And when he got here, maybe that was the one thing he didn't do as well was catch the football. He's really progressed there. And him and Isaac both have dynamic running skills. I know Duke didn't get to touch as much today, but we know what they can do, and they will be utilized as we progress forward. And the good thing is at any point they can break a run if we give them an open lane. We have multiple options there, so it's not just a one-headed monster. So that's good to see. So Duke was very unselfish today and played very well, and when we called his number, did a really good job.
Jeff, earlier this morning on College Game Day, Nick Saban was very complimentary of you and Miller Moss kind of coming together and gave Louisville a chance at winning the ACC, and talked about how at one point he tried to hire you. I guess how far back do you guys date, and what does it mean to have someone like that kind of vouching for you and in your corner?
Well, I didn't see it, but of course, Coach Saban's one of the greatest to ever do it, and it's won a ton of championships, coaches football the right way. Yes, we know each other from way back in a couple of occasions, but great respect for him. He obviously knows the college game. I think he knows that every team has some component that can help them win football games. Of course, Miller is our quarterback, and I think he's got really good experience and talent and played very efficient today. The games will get tougher and tougher, and he'll have to continue to be accurate, make throws, but then be able to make some off-rhythm throws and decisions, and that's where he's got to show that he can do it. If he does that, he'll have a chance to play beyond. But I was very proud of his performance today, and I hope that we can continue to improve that. Okay, thank you.
Miller, I'll start with you. First day today, obviously made your Cardinal debut. Seemed pretty clean other than the 2 interceptions. I guess how do you just kind of quantify what you did today?
Yeah, I think it was a good first game. Just overall, really proud of the preparation we had. I felt like we were preparing for this game for a long time. I felt like the week was going by really slow, but I'm really proud of the way we prepared. I'm really proud of the way we started. Obviously we got to be cleaner at the end of the first half, and I think we got to be cleaner in terms of the penalties we had, especially offensively. So, there were some big plays there that got taken away because of penalties and stuff like that, and I'm sure we'll watch that and get corrected. But I think overall, just really proud of the team and the way we prepared, and ultimately accomplished the goal of going 1-0 this week.
Colin, you had the big punt return for the touchdown, and also had some nice catches as well. Kind of just talk about what you saw on the punt return, and is that something that you want to continue to bring this year to the offense?
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be more to come. I feel like it's just something I have in me and what I bring to the team, and I just do whatever I can to get us to win.
This is V. Moss. This is your kind of first year here in Jeff Brohm's system, starting here at Louisville. How did it feel kind of come out there to play in front of Cardinal Stadium for the first time, and how did it feel in the offense?
Yeah, it felt great. It's a really, really cool game day atmosphere, I think, from card march all the way up through the game to a Joker and the Thief with the third and fourth quarter. So a lot of really cool traditions that were awesome to be a part of for the first time. In terms of the offense, I felt pretty comfortable. I felt like I was seeing it pretty well. Coach Brohm called a great game, and I think, it'll be interesting to see how that kind of evolves. I think kind of the next step for me is being able to anticipate, what's he going to call in a given situation. So I felt like we worked well together for the first game, and I'm excited to see how that continues to grow.
Colin, we see 90-plus yard kickoff returns. You don't see many punt returns for 90-plus yards. What did that feel like, and how good did it feel to get that one kind of under your belt here first game of the season?
It felt good. I feel like I can do that all year, and I wanted to do a kick return and a punt return and a receiving touchdown, but I only got one today. But I feel like it's more to come, and I'm just gonna stay aggressive back there and keep making plays.
I guess, Colin, going off of that, how much do you embrace being kind of the do-it-all player, and what does that look like conditioning-wise and preparing for, playing special teams and offense?
Condition-wise, I feel like I got to get more condition, but it's a lot, but I'm willing to do it and do whatever I got to do to help us win.
We know about the running backs and how talented they are, but how much does that add to your passing game when you have guys who can make catches like that? And obviously, when you get the ball to them in space, they're going to make plays.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of interesting. I was talking with Coach Barkley about this on the sideline, just in terms of the situation that I was in last year and what was put on the quarterback in that offense, and then coming over to Coach Brohm's system and having a really, really good run game. I think Duke and Isaac and Bama, honestly, are the most talented running backs I've ever been around. So it makes the quarterback's job a lot easier, I will say. And then I think the receiver room is super talented. I think you kind of got a glimpse of that today. Obviously, if we were able to, we would have loved to play the full game. But I think we got a really good half in. When it comes to Chris and Colin, they really lead that room, and there's some other younger guys coming up under them that'll continue to make plays. But I'm happy kind of with how the offense is coming together.
Miller, kind of to piggyback on that, with having two dynamic run threats like Duke and Isaac as well as Brown, just talk about like the windows and the respect that's given to that run game, how that helps open up the pass game for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think a tremendous amount. I mean, the touchdown pass to Duke was play action, so that obviously, the respect that defenses have to have for the run game and the bodies that they have to put in the box, I think really opens things up on the outside, right? Because if you have to play one high and put 8 guys in the box, you can't, cloud receivers. There's going to be one-on-one coverage. There's going to be free access on the outside, and I think we have the guys to win out there too. So I think it's a really balanced system, and I think Coach Brohm has a really good understanding of, what guys can do, which things really well, and I'm excited to see that continue to evolve over the course of the year.
For either one of you guys, this question is specific to Isaac as the running back there. When he had that 68-yard run and makes plays like that, is it too strong of a word to call him a special talent? Does it feel like that to you guys when you've watched him run?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this was my first game playing with Isaac, and practice is a little different just in terms of they're probably not tackling Isaac Brown in the ground in practice, or at least I hope not. But like I said, I've never really played with a running back where he gets a step and no one's going to tackle him. So that was pretty cool to witness and be a part of. And he's got gained a much better understanding of what he's doing in pass pro, what he's doing in the throw game and stuff like that. So I think he's just going to continue to get better and better as the year goes on. Sweet. Thank you, guys.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing today?
Okay. Jordan, it's only the first game, but it just seems like this group seems a little more cohesive maybe. How would you just describe the bond that you guys have right now?
I would say the bond is great. We just trying to build better chemistry with each other and stuff. Honestly, it feels like the coaches is doing a better job just making us be more built together. That's all. My bad, that was a question for me.
Okay, yeah. I definitely think we're working great together as a group. We enjoy each other's company, and this is the same thing I said before the season. Like, a lot of our guys like to spend time with each other, enjoy each other's company, and obviously it's reflecting a little bit on the field.
Clem, if you could just it seemed like you guys being very aggressive at the point of attack really wanted to set the tone. Is that something that you guys want to have, that identity of going out there and just kind of being nasty and ferocious up front?
100%, you know what I mean? All good teams always got a good D-line, and it's up to us once we go out there, set the tone, let everybody in the country know that we're going to be a problem all year long, and you're going to have to do some hard things to beat us up front.
Clef, kind of describe the moment when it's third down, the crowd is getting into it, and then you kind of have a free run. I mean, you got a pretty good shot. That was early in the game, too.
It's the moments you live for. That's exactly why I came here, be in those opportunities, make those type of plays, and hopefully we continue to do that as the year goes on.
For both of you, I mean, this was a pretty big defensive performance for you guys. How do you grab this performance today and kind of build off of it going into Friday's game against James Madison?
Honestly, we just gotta correct ourselves on what we did wrong and then like pat ourselves on the back when what we did right, and then we got to move forward, build on top of that, and then we just got to keep stacking days and getting better each week with each other.
Yeah, games like this, there's obviously a lot of good, but you got to take the opportunity to find the things that you could better within for the group and not just for yourself. Also, like nitpicking yourself, watching the film, knowing how you can improve because we got a good team coming in next weekend, so you don't want to come in and sleep on that just because we came off a big win.
Jordan, I know Coach English talked about the fact that it seems like everybody's really buying in and everybody's on the same page. What's the biggest thing that you notice as a difference from last year to this year in terms of the buy-in and seeming like everybody's in sync right now?
Really just making everybody feel like, because with the transfer portal, it's kind of crazy and stuff. You meeting new people. It's just really just making everybody seem comfortable, making them feel like this is home, like this is your home. Like we got a foundation, we just building from this, and we just got to guide people, like us people that been here for a year, just got to tell people this is how the program is, and we're gonna run it like this. This is how it goes.
I wonder if you guys, while you guys do have a short turnaround playing James Madison on Friday, how much does it help you guys physically knowing you guys really only had to play for a half?
I like it's good for the body. We know we play some good football, and we know we got a lot to work on. We're looking forward to playing James Madison, coming in here on a Friday, 7 o'clock. No better feeling. So just being prepared as much as we can be for a good team that's done a lot in the past few years as a unit. And then coming over here, we know we like to play the Group of 5 conferences real hard. So just being prepared for that. Thank you guys. Have a good one.